Hey guys, and welcome back. In today's NBA Play of the Day video, we're going to be talking about a matchup between the Boston Celtics and the Toronto Raptors. If you're interested in getting more picks as well as our daily free play, you can head on over to our main website, stumpthespread.com, and I will link Stump the Spread in the video description. And if you want more of these pick videos in the future, you can click that subscribe button. So in today's NBA Play of the Day, we got the Boston Celtics here, who were really one of the hottest teams heading into the All-Star break. One of those teams that didn't necessarily want to head into that week off and potentially cool off after having so much success over the past month or so. Boston winning 11 of their last 13 games, and even their game just prior to the All-Star break, Boston fell on the road to the Chicago Bulls by 1 point in a game that you could really say was stolen from Boston, not necessarily a result that Boston would agree with. A lot of rumors surrounding Boston in terms of the trade deadline. They did not make, that significant move that a lot of people were expecting, and that's really a ringing sign of confidence for, the Boston Celtics players. These guys have to feel pretty good that they weren't shipped out of town. And as a result, they really should be in a good mindset here coming into their post-All-Star break game. So it's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out for this group, as they didn't make that blockbuster trade that a lot of people were expecting them to make. Boston has been pretty solid overall this year, and even on the road, standing 37-20 overall, as well as 17-12 away from their home court. The Boston Celtics currently stand atop the Atlantic, sitting about 4 games clear of Toronto right now, and then 14 and a half games clear of New York, who's in third place in the division. Boston has been getting just a tremendous year out of point guard Isaiah Thomas, who's averaging about 30 points per game, as well as 6.3 assists. Boston, they're a squad that doesn't mind playing with some pace, but they also, put in the effort on the defensive side of the ball as well, for a team that likes to play pretty fast on most nights. Boston ranking 6th in the NBA in scoring average, as well as 3rd in assists. It's always nice to see teams that rank higher in the assists ranking than in the scoring ranking. It just shows you that this group does a very good job of sharing the ball. And then on the defensive side of the ball, ranking 16th in the NBA in points allowed. Coming into this one here against the Toronto Raptors, who weren't necessarily playing their best ball by any means. Down the stretch heading into the All-Star break, the Toronto Raptors now standing 33-24 overall, as well as 19-10 on their home court. In their last outing, Toronto did not look solid on the offensive side of the ball, but they were able to come through, picking up a win against the struggling Charlotte Hornets by a final of 90-85. It was good for Toronto to get back in the win column after they had lost their 3 previous games, all against teams that are below Toronto in terms of their overall record. And in their prior home game, Toronto fell to the Detroit Pistons by a final of 101-102, and that was a game that Toronto had a very significant lead in the fourth quarter, and they just completely fell apart and coughed up that what should have been a win on their home court, in what was not a good result there for the Toronto Raptors. Like we said, Toronto standing 4 games back of Boston right now in that Atlantic division. DeMar DeRozan been having another great year, leading the team, averaging 27.3 points per game. And Toronto is another one of those teams that, doesn't mind playing fast, but also has put in the effort on the defensive side of the ball. And actually, Toronto ranks pretty well in terms of their offensive defensive numbers compared to the Boston Celtics, currently standing 5th in the NBA in scoring average and 9th in points allowed. But like we said, Toronto been heading in the wrong direction over the past month or so, and that's allowed the Boston Celtics to gain a pretty nice lead right now in the division. One number that I really don't like out of this Toronto squad is they rank, like I said, 5th in the NBA in scoring, but just 29th in the NBA in assists. You'd expect a team that, doesn't score this much to rank towards the bottom of the NBA in assists, but that just shows you that this group does a lot of one-on-one action, with guys like DeRozan and Lowry, and they don't necessarily distribute the ball as much as you'd like to see out of a team that could potentially make a run in the Eastern Conference playoffs in the postseason. So, going to be a pretty interesting matchup here. Right now, listed as Boston getting 3 points. I feel like this Boston roster is going to be in a good mindset right now, knowing that they didn't ship any of their guys out of town. And also, Boston's just playing a lot better ball over the past month than we've seen out of the Toronto Raptors, even picking up a win at home against Toronto a little while ago during this uptick for the Boston Celtics. So we're going to go ahead and side with the Boston Celtics, getting the 3 points here with a Boston team that's really been putting up some respectable results on the road during their winning streaks that they've been able to put up lately. So we're going to go ahead and side with Boston, getting those 3 points as our NBA play of the day. And again, if you're interested in getting our daily free play over at our main website, as well as other pick content, you can head over to stumpthespread.com, and I'll link that in the video description. And if you're interested in more of this pick video content in the future, I encourage you to click that subscribe button. And also, any thumbs up on this video are greatly appreciated. If you want, you can head on over to our channel, and I also put up a daily college basketball pick video, so you can check that out if you're interested in that as well. So thanks, guys, for stopping on in, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.